Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specializing in a range of legal services, including family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary and family law. At BWF, our solicitors are pleased to offer high-quality legal representation at competitive rates. Our senior partner, Bernardo Wusu, has over 29 years' experience as a lawyer in the UK. BWF solicitors provide independent and practical legal assistance for all kinds of family matters, such as childcare, contested and uncontested divorce, and injunctions for domestic violence. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you in this difficult time, which is why we offer confidential advice delivered in a sensitive manner. Our senior partner is an accredited member of the Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel, which guarantees expert representation in all family and matrimonial cases. Are you seeking advice on immigration-related matters? At BWF Solicitors, our immigration team are experts in dealing with everything from general immigration to complex immigration work permits, arranging student visas, as well as entry clearance visas, family visas, and appeals. Our senior partner is an accredited member of the Law Society Immigration Accreditation Panel, which guarantees expert representation. Our office is open from 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, and on Saturdays by appointment only from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We are located at 4th floor Anna House, 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road, London, N15 4NP, just a short walk from Seven Sisters Underground. Our senior partner, Bernardo Wusu, is also a qualified barrister and a member of the Ghana Bar Association. He has acted as an expert in court cases involving aspects of Ghanaian law. He has also advised local authorities, the official solicitor's office, and other solicitors on the intricacies of Ghanaian law, and is a regular contributor on the radio and TV on matters concerning Ghanaian law.
Hello. Good afternoon. You're welcome with hanging out with BWF solicitors. I hope you are all keeping well. I'm so super excited for today's show. Today's program, today's topic is how to switch to skilled worker route whilst in the UK. How do you switch to the skilled worker route whilst in the UK? And as usual, we have our learner solicitor, Mrs. Eunice Champon, who will take us through this topic. If you want to contribute to the program, please do so on all our social media handles, especially Facebook, YouTube, where we are transmitting live. You can also call us live in the studio on this number 0744 8619 711. The number again is 0744 8619 711. You can also send me a WhatsApp message if you don't want to, send in your questions on Facebook or YouTube. May I also remind you that BWF Solicitors is not only an immigration specialist, they also are experts in dispute resolution, family law, Ghana law, and practice. So if you have any problems or issues that you need help with on these areas that I've made mention of, aside immigration, contact BWF solicitors. At the end of this program, Lawyer Eunice will, give us all the details for us to contact them, including their office address for you to book an appointment and see them. And definitely they will be able to help you. You are welcome, Lawyer Eunice.
Hi, Vicky. How are you?
I'm doing great. And you?
I'm doing well by God's grace. I'm loving the top.
Wow.
Stuff at the
What's
front.
the secret behind this?
Really? There's something, a story?
Yes. There's a reason for this. Oh dear. I'm celebrating 30 years.
Ooh!
of BWF solicitors.
Oh, that's amazing. That
Bernard
is
Owusu
so
practicing
amazing.
for 30 good years,
Wow.
helping people in our community and also people from other nationalities. He's
That
done
is
it
amazing.
perfectly, brilliantly for the past 30 years. Nobody has any negative thing to say about Bernard Owusu and BWF solicitors. I mean, he's been able to steer that ship to where
Yes,
it's gotten to now. And through that hard work, good teamwork, I mean, the environment, when you go to
yes,
the offices, I mean, the way they treat you, even between staff, the smiles, I mean, you could see that he's taking good care of his team. And I must
I
commend him
love
for
that.
what he's done for us, tirelessly all over, the radio platforms. You go on
Yeah,
Facebook, you see BWF everywhere. What is he trying to do? Trying to educate us, let us
yeah,
know our rights and how best we can all regularize our stay in this country and
yeah,
other avenues that we can tap into for a better life here in the UK. Laura
yes.
Eunice, what do you have
I'm
to say?
loving
You
that.
also have to tell me some of your experiences being under lawyer Bernard Owusu as well.
I love the fact that you've chosen to celebrate him in this
Oh,
way as
yes.
well. I mean, I wasn't there when he started off in 1992, but
Yeah.
he's obviously had that experience behind him. And when he decided to form BWS Solicitors, it was all thanks to God, and it is by God's grace that
Mm,
he's obviously been able to help so many people, like you said. The impact that people have had because of him is
yeah.
because of the fact that he's chosen to stand out amongst the rest, to study hard, and to be able
Mm-hmm.
to help other people as and when they needed that help. And so it is God's grace and it's God's goodness that has brought him this far. 30 years of legal work is not an easy feat.
It's not an easy.
Um,
Some have even closed, they folded up.
Yes, yes, yes. So having to practice for 30 years is one of those milestones that you actually say to yourself, wow, I have come this far only because of God's goodness and God's grace. So it is exceptionally well done to him as well. Yes, very, very true. I like the way that you have chosen to celebrate him. That one I can't even falter.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. I was really thinking whether to go the Kente style but at least, we have other people from other nationalities. I don't want to be, one-sided. So I
Of
just
course.
wanted to go neutral. And that hence the way I look today. So I'll satisfy anybody from, any
Yes.
nationality.
Of
So I
course.
congratulate him, I celebrate him, and I believe that there are better things to come from
Yes.
BWF solicitors.
Yes.
Thank you
Definitely.
so much. Right, Laura Eunice, I guess you have some updates for us.
Okay.
Um, let us know what is going on because you are our ears. So we need to know what's going on. Then after
Okay.
we will just, get on with today's topic.
Thank you so much, Vicky. And let me just wish everybody a happy new month. Today is the 1st of October. So I wish our viewers and everyone who's listening to us a happy new month. And anybody who is celebrating their birthday, I wish you a very happy and blessed birthday. And may this be a refreshing time for yourself and your families. And
Yeah.
may God's goodness continue to abound for you. As Vicky was saying, it's a new month. Of course, we want to be able to give you any updates that we may have heard of. Um, she said I was our ears, but I'm very sure that there will be people who may have also heard about this. So last month, we had the government introduce the fact that because of the new um, cards that will be introduced after December 2024, or the new system that will be introduced after December 2024, they've given new guidances to employers. And so employers, as of now, can choose to check employees' immigration status by way of physical passport checks or having their biometric card checked and the rest. And then when it comes to the electronic checks, they can still do the online checks either through the share code of most EU nationals and their family members. And then I know that there are students and some skilled workers who do get share codes as well. So employers can do those checks using those share codes. And then for those that don't get share codes, like people who are under the immigration route, you still have the option of having the employer check on the employer checking service online. So once
Okay.
you've given them the UAN, which is your unique application number, they
Yeah.
will have to carry out those checks using that unique application number, and then they'll get a response within 3 to 5 working days, letting them know whether you are eligible to work. And this is mostly for those who previously had leave and are applying for an extension before their leave expired. So
Oh,
if this is your first leave to remain, so for instance, somebody who is now going for their first 2.5, they wouldn't have that option of letting the employer check their employability because of the fact that they did not previously have leave. And so they would have to wait until they are granted leave to remain before they can then give that biometric card to their employer to do those checks as they should normally do. And so as time goes on, the government will also issue new guidance in regards to the electronic system that they will be putting in place from January of 2025. So
mm,
that's the first update. And then, secondly, as we all know, when it comes to our naturalization applications as British citizens, we all know that as part of the good character requirement, one of the things that they check is your immigration status and issues
yeah.
that you may have had in the past.
Yeah.
So when it comes to those applications, if for any reason whatsoever you may have come into the country as an illegal entrant, so you didn't have any visa whatsoever when you were coming because you
Yeah.
entered through an EU country before you came, or for one reason or the other, you came, you had a visit visa, you did not return, or you had some other kind of visa, you did not return after it expired. So you have become an overstayer. Or for one reason or the other, they're giving you immigration bill, you haven't reported yourself, you've basically absconded. So those things are known as immigration issues. And the new guidance for applications under Section 6, 1 and Section 6, 2 and Section 4 states that when it comes to making those naturalization applications, the caseworker has to consider if there has been any immigration breach within the 5 years before you made that application. If within that five years you
Okay.
have not been in in breach of any of those immigration rules, and of course, because of the fact that you are making the application to say that you have lived here lawfully for the past 5 years before you came to make the application for naturalization. You are
Yeah.
not in breach of any of the immigration conditions that were given to you. And also the fact that you have done your life in the UK, you've done the English language test, and you meet all of the other requirements for naturalization.
Okay.
Hence, if A caseworker is looking at your application and is thinking, well, this person previously came into this country illegally, or this person overstayed when they shouldn't have, or this person may have absconded within the last 10 years. They have every right to disregard all of those issues because of the fact that they have realized that you have met the lawful requirement that is necessary under Section 6.1 or Section 6.2 or under Section 4.1. And so that means that they can disregard that immigration offense and then grant you your naturalization certificate. So that is good news because it is a result of the Nationality and Borders Act that came into force on the 28th of June this year. So that is also
Nationality and Borders Act that came into force.
fantastic news. So yes, those are the two main updates. And I know in terms of delays, people keep um, asking. I know that those are one of the things that people are always asking about. Yes, there are still a few delays, but I've realized that they are making decisions more promptly than they were before. And so, if for any reason you made application over 6 months ago, let's say 9 months to 12 months ago, they will definitely respond to you. I have realized that with my own applications that were made months ago, that they are now responding, whether it's in country application or applications made outside of the UK, they are now responding to those applications. And so be rest assured that they will definitely send you an email to let you know what the decision is in terms of that application. So people should at least be a bit calm because I have realized that they are making those decisions. Yes.
Oh, great, great, great. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you've really taken something from Lawyer Eunice, updates. I want to remind you, please, 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 we need to hear from you. I know we have people who are very keen to contribute to this program. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, so you can send us all your messages. Lawyer Eunice is here. As I always say, free consultation. After this show, you would have to pay, to book an appointment to see Lawyer Eunice and her team. So grab this opportunity and send in your questions. You can also call me live on this program on 0744 8619 711. The number again is 0744 8619 711. You can also contact me via WhatsApp on the same number 0744 8619 711. Today's topic is how to switch to the skilled worker route whilst in the UK. Lawyer Eunice, my first question: who is eligible to apply on the skilled worker route?
Okay, so when it comes to who is eligible, I know that a lot of people may be thinking, oh, does it include somebody who hasn't got leave to remain? So somebody
Remain,
who
yeah.
hasn't got immigration status whatsoever. Unfortunately, it does not include such a person. So those people are still people who would have to have formed family or private life here in the UK
Right.
before they can make any application whatsoever. So this application is mainly for those who have some form of leave to enter or leave to remain. It is looking at people, for instance, who may have leave as a student, leave as a partner, parent, leave as a skilled worker themselves, or a dependent of a student or a skilled worker themselves. So it is to do with those people. And then under our immigration rules, it states specifically those other people who are not entitled to apply onto the skilled worker route.
Mm.
So it mentions the fact that if you have a visitor's visa, you are excluded from making this application as a skilled worker whilst in the UK. Also, if you are in the UK and you have a visa as a parent of a child student, you cannot make this application or you cannot switch onto the skilled worker route.
Mm.
Or if you are a person with a short term student visa, so some people will come and do a course for a certain number of months. Those people are short term student visa holders. They too cannot switch to the skilled worker route. Or it could be that that person has come here as a domestic worker within a private household.
Yep.
Unfortunately, such a person will also not be able to make that application onto the skilled worker route. Or it could be that that person has come here and they are thinking, I'm a seasonal worker, I'm already coming here as a worker, or I have some form of work permit, so I can make that switch as a person from a seasonal worker to a skilled worker. Unfortunately, that person will not be able to make that switch from a seasonal worker to skilled worker route. So those are the categories of people who would not necessarily be
Mm.
able to make the application or to make that switch from a skilled worker route to um, from their route to a
Route
skilled
to,
worker route.
okay.
So it's
Mm.
important that even though
Mm.
you have leave to remain in the UK, you are careful to also know that if you are not a person who is eligible, then unfortunately,
Mm.
they will um, basically say you have made an invalid application. So you just have to seek advice as to what route to switch to if you are
Mm.
one of
Mm.
those people who are excluded from making that application.
Okay. James is just asking us this question. Hello, Laura Eunice. Thank you so much for coming today. His question is, what factors will be considered to show that a person is suitable to apply onto the skilled worker route?
So, if you're thinking about applying to the skilled worker route, there are certain factors that a caseworker will be looking at in terms of you making that application. First of all, it is about you finding that work. So,
Right.
if I say finding that work, it has to be a work which the employer himself or herself has basically made an application to the Home Office and has got a sponsorship license. So that
Okay.
employer should have a sponsorship license to be able to sponsor a worker onto that skilled worker route. And they should be able to offer you a job, which is also a job that is seen to be on the occupation code list. So every job that has some form of sponsorship has a code,
Okay.
regardless of what it is. So some people may want to come and work as a chef. Some people may want to come and work as welders. Some people
Mm-hmm.
may want to come and work as teachers. Some people may want to come and work even within our health and care industry. So
Okay.
every job out there that is a sponsored job has a code, and there are hundreds and thousands of jobs with a specific code that can be sponsored. So first of all, we are looking to get an offer for a job for which that job has a occupation code. And so once you get that job, the employer should be able to give you a certificate of sponsorship. So that certificate of sponsorship is your first step to qualifying or being eligible to qualify to apply to the skilled worker route. And because it's a points based system, there are points given for almost everything. So that certificate of sponsorship is your first ticket and it's 20 points.
Right.
Then you also have to look at the job that you're going to do and if you meet the required skill level. So somebody who is, for instance, going to apply as a teacher, you may not necessarily have a degree, but there is a course that they do which is called a PGCE, and that allows a person to be able to go on and say they are qualified enough to teach in this country, whether
Okay.
it's at primary school level or at secondary school level. So in such cases, you have to be able to meet the required skill level to be able to take on a job as a teacher. And so they will expect that even if you have a degree, your degree
Mm.
will be at level 3 or upwards. So they are looking for your required skill level to be at least a level 3 or upwards. And that is another 20 points. And then they also want to know whether you will be able to show that you have the required English speaking and listening skills. I mean, everything in this country is done through
I
English.
think they want to cut down on translators, isn't it? They spend so much money on getting,
Yes.
translators.
Translators is true. And that is because if you are going to work in this country, they expect that you should be able to speak at a certain level where people will understand what you're saying and also be able to communicate to you in writing.
Yeah.
So, especially when they think that everybody is communicating at some form through English. So they expect that their workforce will be able to communicate in English as well. So anybody who is applying to the skilled worker route must show that they meet that English required level. So that is a level B1 or upwards. And so if you have a degree that you had qualified or you had taken here in the UK, usually that will mean that you qualify under this requirement. Or if you don't even have a degree and you have English language speaking and listening certificate, which is the level B1 or upwards, that will also satisfy this requirement as
Eunice,
well.
sorry to break in, but when it comes to the qualifications, should
Mm,
it be qualifications from the UK? Because I'm just wondering, I'm a university graduate from Ghana. Will
yes.
my degree certificate be accepted from Ghana? Or I
So
need to provide a certificate within the UK?
Okay. So in this context, when we talk about the English language, they are not necessarily looking for a degree that was studied here in the UK. As long as you can show that the degree that you have was taught in English, because they want
Right.
to know how proficient you are in the English language. So as long as you can show that you were taught in English, um, there's the ECTIS body that assesses the modules you took, and
Mm,
once you're applying onto ECTIS, they will ask for your transcript and any information that would
right. Okay.
obviously be of relevance in them assessing
Mm,
your English
mm.
proficiency. And so once you've got that confirmation from ECTIS, it is sufficient to them that you would be able to meet that English language requirement that they are looking for. So as I said, they are looking for at least a level B1 or upwards. And so
No.
if of course your degree is from outside the UK, it can be assessed and used to meet this requirement as well. So yes, you can still use a degree from outside the UK in terms of the skilled worker route. And a lot has been said. I mean, we have a new Home Office Secretary, um,
Mhm.
Suella Braverman, and she seems to be very much pro immigration, very, very different from the other home secretaries we've had. So
Mhm.
let's see how much she's able to do as home
Right.
secretary at this time because she seems to be very much pro in things that she has said. So let's see what kind of policies she also comes
She
up with.
also. Mm-hmm.
Yes, in terms of our current immigration rules. I mean, if she does a great job, then it will look like a lot of people will be on her side. But we haven't seen anything as yet from her, so let's hope for the best and see what she also comes up with.
Okay, brilliant. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you've just joined us and you're wondering what are these two ladies talking about, this is an immigration education program, and it's on the platform of BWF Solicitors, one of your, credible best law firm in the UK. And I have with me one of the partners and also a solicitor at BWF Solicitors, lawyer Eunice Achampong, discussing how to switch to skilled worker route whilst in the UK. And I am your host, Vicky Newton. If you'd like to contribute to this program, of course, we'd like to hear from you on all our Facebook and social media handles at BWF Solicitors. You can also send in your questions on my Facebook page as well at Vicky Newton. If you prefer to call me live in the studio, you can do so on 0744 8619 711. I think the number is also on WhatsApp. So if you want to just send me a message on WhatsApp, yes, I'll be able to pick it up and, ask that question on your behalf to Lawyer Eunice. Lawyer Eunice, I've got Memuna sending a question. Memuna says, good afternoon. You ladies are looking beautiful. Yes, thank you. We are celebrating 30 years of Uncle Ben's practice, in law. She said, I heard you say that if you have valid leave to enter or remain, you can switch to the skilled worker visa. I'm dependent on my husband, who is on a student visa. My leave will expire in February 2022 next year. And if she says 2022, next year is 2023, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm sure
So
she's
it's
referring to
February
20.
2023, yeah, next year. And I would like to find out how to switch to the skilled worker route, Lawyer Eunice.
Okay, so in terms of her leave at the moment, she says it will expire next year. And of course, when it comes to students here in the UK, I know that there's a graduate route also available to them. So if you have successfully completed a course here in the UK, such as a degree or master's or a PhD, you can switch from your student route to the graduate route. So it is
Right.
for those who have successfully completed an undergrad degree, a master's degree, or a PhD. So depending on which degree she has, I know that it is possible to switch onto that route if she has successfully completed a course. That will then allow her to buy some time before she starts looking for a job.
Mm.
But if for one reason or the other she hasn't completed the course or she hasn't been successful in getting that degree that she wants, then it means that she will need to do something as soon as possible before her leave expires. Of course, when it comes to the skilled worker route, like I mentioned, you will need a job offer. So you will need that certificate of sponsorship. You will need to meet the required skill level. You will also need to meet the English language requirement. And then there are the other tradable point areas like the salary level, whether you're
Okay.
going to work in a shortage occupation job role, whether you are a new entrant. And if she's doing an undergrad, that will make her a new entrant to the job market. So those other areas will allow her to make up the points in order to be able to make an application onto the skilled worker route. So depending on how quickly she is able to get a job within the relevant sector, then she would know how she can make that application. So
Okay.
if for one reason or the other, maybe she's working in an industry where they are doing engineering, so I know that with those in the science, the technology, the engineering, or the mass industry,
Mhm.
because there is also that demand there as well. If she were to get a job within that sector where they are able to sponsor her, that in itself will give her another 20 points to be able to get the 70 points she needs to be able to
Oh, I
apply
see.
to that route. So,
Okay.
depending on the job area that she is hoping to get a job in, she will need to be able to get all of those things set before her leave expires, because she cannot then make the application after her leave has expired. So she will need to be active in her job search. She will need to be active in maybe phoning up employers to find out if they can offer sponsorship. She will need to be able to find out if whatever job she is doing will give her the required salary levels that she's looking at. So
Mm.
obviously she needs to do a lot of um, things in the short space of time that she has in terms of getting that visa or that leave to remain under the
Right.
skilled worker route. So if she doesn't make it onto the graduate route, then she has a lot to do to be able to switch to the skilled worker route, just so that she doesn't have the leave expired before she is able to do so. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Right. This person had, since I shouldn't mention the name. All right, that's fine. I'm currently on a student visa and have been looking for a job for job offers, but I've not been successful. My leave will be expiring in January 2023. Unfortunately, I did not pass all my exams and have some resets next month. I wouldn't receive my results before my leave expires. I want to know if it's possible to still switch before my leave expires. Wouldn't he be asking for an extension, like it's before he
Yes.
switches?
So in his case, obviously he hasn't completed all of his exams.
Yes. Yeah.
And I know with that, with some universities, you having to retake those exams can be done remotely. So they are not very keen on extending your visas in that instance, because I've had quite a number of students who have said to me, well, I have some retakes, but my university or my school is not willing to give me an extension. So in that case, that means that they will allow you to take your exams remotely, but they would not allow you to have your visa extended. And so many a time when that happens, it means that once the visa comes to expiration, they have to return back to their country of origin to take whatever exams they have to take. And then if they want to come back for their graduation, then they would have to come back probably with a visit visa to
Oh
come and
dear.
graduate. Yes, and then
Hey.
go. So if you haven't been able to successfully complete the course, then it means that you would definitely need to find another way of making the application. And for most people, I know that when it comes to them making that application, they will have to think about other alternatives. So
Okay.
um, the graduate routes will not be open to that person. They may be able to switch to the skilled worker route, or they may be able to also switch to the family life route. So if they have met somebody and that person has become their partner, either unmarried or married partner, they could switch to that route. Or if they happen to have had a child whilst in the UK and that child is British, or that child has leave to remain under the EU settlement scheme, then they are likely to switch onto that route. But in those instances, I would definitely say go and seek legal advice because, of course, the care and health industry is also an industry that is always in demand. So they will be able to get you some work. But I know people who would say, well, health and care is not for me. I am looking for something within another industry. So in instances like that, you just have to seek legal advice and then work your way towards something that will be much better for you. And I always say that it is because you currently have leave, so it is much better to find out what your options are whilst you have your leave than wait till your leave expires before you come and seek legal advice. And unfortunately, that's what people do. Yeah, they wait till their leave expires before they come and seek legal advice. And so that is also another thing that I think just dampens the whole, should I say, the whole mood, because now it means that they have very restricted avenues or alternatives in that case, and that doesn't help. So yes, please do seek legal advice whilst you have leave rather than wait till it expires before.
Okay, all right. Zena wants to know whether there's a cap on how much you're supposed to earn.
So in terms of earning, usually when it comes to the salary levels, the government is saying that there should be that threshold of 25,600 per annum. Obviously, there are some levels where.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Lioness, do you want us to go for a short break? Hi, Oli. Hello, Catherine. This is a family program, so it's nice to have, the lovely kids of Lawyer Eunice to just pop in to say hi to us. Lawyer Eunice, do you want us to go for a quick break before we round up?
Yes, please. Thank
All right.
you.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Okay.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specializing in a range of legal services, including family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary and family law. At BWF, our solicitors are pleased to offer high-quality legal representation at competitive rates. Our senior partner, Bernardo Wusu, has over 29 years' experience as a lawyer in the UK. BWF solicitors provide independent and practical legal assistance for all kinds of family matters, such as childcare, contested and uncontested divorce, and injunctions for domestic violence. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you in this difficult time, which is why we offer confidential advice delivered in a sensitive manner. Our senior partner is an accredited member of the Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel, which guarantees expert representation in all family and matrimonial cases. Are you seeking advice on immigration-related matters? At BWF Solicitors, our immigration team are experts in dealing with everything from general immigration to complex immigration work permits, arranging student visas, as well as entry clearance visas, family visas, and appeals. Our senior partner is an accredited member of the Law Society Immigration Accreditation Panel, which guarantees expert representation. Our office is open from 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, and on Saturdays by appointment only from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We are located at 4th floor Anna House, 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road, London, N15 4NP, just a short walk from Seven Sisters Underground. Our senior partner, Bernardo Wusu, is also a qualified barrister and a member of the Ghana Bar Association. He has acted as an expert in court cases involving aspects of Ghanaian law. He He has also advised local authorities, the official solicitor's office, and other solicitors on the intricacies of Ghanaian law, and is a regular contributor on the radio and TV on matters concerning Ghanaian law.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hanging Out with BWF Solicitors. And I just want to also remind you, BWF Solicitors don't only specialize in immigration issues, they also deal in dispute resolution, family law, and Ghana law practice, just to mention a few. So if you have any issues regarding the law, look no further. Get in touch with BWF Solicitors. At the end of this program, Lawyer Eunice will give us all the details, phone numbers, and office address of BWF Solicitors. My name is Vicky Newton. Lawyer Eunice, welcome back.
Thank you so much.
Right. I know today is a Saturday. You've worked so hard Monday to Friday, so the kids are a bit jealous. Are wondering, Saturday is for us, so why is mom still working? To them, they see you are still working. So I think this was a way to tell you, it's not fair on us. Today
Yeah,
is, we need to spend time with you.
I
So,
know.
Eunice, we are not going to take much of your time. I need to know how much this application cost, because people will be wondering whether it's gone up
Yeah.
or
So I
it's been
know before we
reduced.
went on the yeah, it's been reduced. So before we went on the break, I know you were asking about the thresholds as well. So
Oh,
when
yes,
it
yes,
comes to
yes,
the
yes, yes.
threshold, I know, yeah, the employer would definitely need to be paying at least 25,600. But when it comes to people who are, for instance, working within the health and care industry, because it is an occupation which is so much in demand, so there are certain levels within the job market where for instance, a carer will be paid less than the 25,600, and that is accepted. So as long as um, the employer is paying that skilled worker migrants the
Mm,
level that they will pay them in the current job market, then that's fine. Or somebody who is a new entrant or a new person into the job market. So people who finish university are new entrants. So
okay.
they are also paid 30% less of what the usual rate would be in the
Be
current
okay.
job market. So that is also permissible as well. Or
Right.
somebody, for instance, who is working within the science or technology or engineering or maths industry, they don't have to be paid that 25,600 as long as they are paid between 20,000 to 23,000, that is fine. And so there are certain exemptions to that 25,600 threshold that the salary should be at. And then, of course, if you, for any reason or the other, are not sure whether your employer is paying you the right amount, just come and seek our information or help in terms of that. So coming
Mm,
on to the application fees,
mm,
when you talk about the application fees, the visa, um, should I say, periods can
yeah.
either be 3 years or less, or for a period of 3 years or more. So if you're applying for a visa which is 3 years or less, because maybe your job contract is for a period of 2 years, which is
Mm-hmm.
less than 3 years, then the application fee is about £719,
Okay.
including immigration health surcharge. So the
Right.
immigration health surcharge is for anybody who is making an application which is not an application for indefinite leave to remain or an application for naturalization. People who do not come under that bracket will usually pay an immigration health surcharge in the
Okay.
UK. So you will pay that £719, and then if you're an adult, you pay £670 per year, according to the number of years you are applying for. So if it's for 2 years, you pay £670 times two. If it's for 3 years, it's £670 times three. If you are applying
Mm.
for a period of 3 months, I mean 3 years or more, then the application fee jumps higher. So you will not be paying 719, but you'll be paying £1,423. So that £1,423 plus the immigration health surcharge. And then remember that if you have dependents like your husband or wife or your children,
Mm.
they also have to pay the application fee and then also pay the immigration health surcharge as well.
Wow.
But for children, the immigration health surcharge is at least £470. So with that, you
Mm.
know that it's not as much as the adult, which is 640. But you have to bear in mind that you will be paying out quite amount of money, a large
Okay.
amount of money just for the application, depending on um, the leave you're going for, whether 3 years or less or 3 years or
Okay.
more. Yeah.
Mm. All right. Okay. Right. On that note, Laura, Eunice, if you could round up what we've discussed so far, and also I think people are eagerly waiting for your contact details. If you could give us your contact details, anybody who wants to contact you can do so.
Okay. So the whole topic for today was just to let people know about how they can switch to that skilled worker route whilst they're in the UK.
Mm.
I know at the beginning I said it's not for those who do not have leave at all. So if you do have leave in the UK and you are not a visitor, you are not a child, a parent of a child,
Child.
student, or you're not somebody who's come here on a short term study visa, or you're not a domestic worker, or you're not somebody who is a seasonal worker, you can apply onto this route. Of course, if you came here as a spouse and you're on the 5 year route, you wouldn't want to switch to the skilled worker route because that is also for a 5 year period as well. So I would suggest that you stay on the spousal route that you're on if you are already on a 5 year route visa to indefinite leave to remain. The only
Remain.
people who don't have a route that leads to indefinite leave to remain will usually be people who are visitors or those that have visas as students. Those applications don't usually lead to indefinite leave to remain. For students, unless you have lived here legally for about 10 years, then you can then make an application for indefinite leave. But if you are a student and you can switch to the skilled worker route, you may do so as
Mm.
well. And most people do apply for indefinite leave to remain after a 5 year period. And if they have dependents, their dependents can also apply with them. So,
Okay.
yes, as Vicky has been saying, we do not just specialize in immigration law, we do other works such as orders for non molestation, for child arrangement orders, occupation orders, and so on and so forth when it comes to family law. And then we also deal with civil litigation matters where, for instance, somebody owes another person or somebody has been serviceable to you but has not done the work that they were paid to do and all of that. So we do deal with areas like that. And as she also mentioned, we also specialize in Ghanaian law, which is a very senior partner, Mr. Bernardo Wusu, because he is also a barrister at law in Ghana. And so he has more of that expertise when it comes to Ghanaian law as well. So yes, our address, we are situated in London, in Seven Sisters specifically. We are on the 4th floor of Anna House. So the 4th floor of Anna House, 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road, London. And the postcode is N154NP. So N154NP. Our telephone number is 0208 493 7340. So 0208 493 7340. We are usually open from Monday to Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. So it's from 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Out of office hours, you can reach me on 075 35 813910. So it's 075 35 3910.
Thank you so much, Lawyer Eunice. Thank you for this legal education. I hope all of you viewers, this was of benefit to you as well. If you joined us in the middle of this program, don't worry. You can go to BWF Solicitors Facebook and YouTube page. There is a recorded version there. Sit down, relax, and you can watch from the beginning. If there's anything that you have a query about or you feel you need to speak to Lawyer Eunice, she's given us her contact details. She would love to hear from you, and share to all your contacts, because I believe by doing so, you are helping someone else. So on that note, thank you so much, Lawyer Eunice. I would also like to say congratulations to Mr. Bernard Owusu for being a barrister for the past 30 years successfully and still going strong. May God continue to bless you, strengthen you, give you more wisdom. And to all the team of BWF Solicitors, without your teamwork, I don't think that lawyer Uncle Ben would have gotten where he's gotten to, because he needed all of you to also support him on this journey. So on that note, thank you. And Lawyer Eunice, I hope to see you another time with another topic. Take good care of yourself, and we will see you again. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specializing in a range of legal services, including family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary and family law. At BWF, our solicitors are pleased to offer high-quality legal representation at competitive rates. Our senior partner, Bernard Owusu, has over 29 years' experience as a lawyer in the UK. BWF solicitors provide independent and practical legal assistance for all kinds of family matters, such as childcare, contested and uncontested divorce, and injunctions for domestic violence. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you in this difficult time, which is why we offer confidential advice delivered in a sensitive manner. Our senior partner is an accredited member of the Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel, which guarantees expert representation in all family and matrimonial cases. Are you seeking advice on immigration-related matters? At BWF Solicitors, our immigration team are experts in dealing with everything from general immigration to complex immigration work permits, arranging student visas, as well as entry clearance visas, family visas, and appeals. Our senior partner is an accredited member of the Law Society Immigration Accreditation Panel, which guarantees expert representation. Our office is open from 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, and on Saturdays by appointment only from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We are located at 4th floor Anna House, 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road, London, N15 4NP, just a short walk from Seven Sisters Underground. Our senior partner, Bernardo Wusu, is also a qualified barrister and a member of the Ghana Bar Association. He has acted as an expert in court cases involving aspects of Ghanaian law. He has also advised local authorities, the official solicitor's office, and other solicitors on the intricacies of Ghanaian law, and is a regular contributor on the radio and TV on matters concerning Ghanaian law.